Hello everybody, I'm quite excited because I've got a box, and in the box is a fresh, unopened Steam controller. So we're going to check it out. First of all, we're going to unbox the box. Apparently it weighs 1 kilogram, and it was delivered by Parcel Force. So if you order a Steam controller, expect it to be delivered by Parcel Force. They may or may not be good where you are. They're not particularly good where I am, but there you go. Opening the outer cardboard box, we find the inner cardboard box, the inner sanctum of game controller. Play all your Steam games from your couch. Spielen Sie alle Ihr Steam-Spiel vom Sofa aus. Here we go. I'm being careful not to slice my chest open. Oh, this is not working too well. You know, they should really design these boxes so that you can open them with giant kitchen knives. Oh, look at that! It's like a little baby Jesus in the crib. Opening it up, little logo there, and there's the Steam controller. Looks as if it. Oh no, there's a little bit of dust. I thought it scratched. Looks actually, it's quite. God, you also get 2 batteries and the USB dongle for the wireless. I think it's Bluetooth. We'll find out. I'll double check the specs. But first impressions, holding on to it. Feels a little bit tacky, a little bit plasticky, quite light without the batteries in it. It's kind of a weird bulky shape actually. Looking at the pictures you wouldn't get the impression, but it's kind of a, it feels nice to hold on to. It perhaps a little bit too small for my beast hands, but you know, the Xbox 360 controller in comparison, you know, that's quite small as well. I quite like the old American Xbox controller. But, you know, put them side by side. The Steam controller is just slightly larger than the Xbox controller. Comfort-wise, they're different. Comfort-wise, I think the Xbox 360 controller feels more rounded and more seamless in your hands. You can definitely perceive the edges on the Steam controller. But then there's a sense of feeling of security when holding onto the Steam controller, because it's kind of like beveled and flattened off. I think if you've got smaller hands, the Steam controller might feel nicer than the Xbox controller, whereas, you know, Xbox controller is just sort of an all-round good job for everyone basically. But yeah, first impressions of the comfort. So the buttons and stuff seem a little bit tacky, but they're nice and clicky. Feels quite light, but it's not got the batteries in it. And the shape of it seems alright. There's nothing that's making me think, oh, that's terrible. The throw on the triggers isn't too good. I'd say it's about half the throw of the Xbox controllers, so that's a little bit disappointing actually, because you know, if you're playing something like Trials or, you know, an arcade game where you need good analog input, that's not very much travel distance on that at all. I'm not sure how clear that is. So compare that to the Xbox controller. You can see there's probably 3 times the amount of travel on the Xbox 360 controller than the Steam controller. Let's get a bit more light on the... Let's get some light down there. Like a jewellery case now. So, the D-pad, the analog stick... well, the analog stick to me feels as if it's too far in the centre to be used comfortably all the time. To be honest, immediate impressions is that's just way too far in the centre. Like that... It's not... There's no... I'm not going to want to use that. With the Xbox 360 controller, I'm not having to stretch my hand at all to use the analog sticks, so that they're both in exactly the right place to just rest on it. Whereas this analog stick, it's not in the right place for me to want to use it as an analog stick reliably. So that's a little bit disappointing. Maybe the emphasis is on these main buttons, which do fall on the thumbs. But again, I think this seems rather central. I'm having to like twist my hands in a little bit. So that's, you know, all the first impressions. We're starting out at a 10 and we're slowly going down. But, you know, it's hard to say with controllers until you put time into them. As I say, immediate first impression, feels a little bit tacky. Just feels a bit tacky, and the shape seems as if it is designed for smaller hands. But then if you had smaller hands, then your thumb's not even going to reach the analog stick properly. So, yeah, my first impressions, I don't think they're very good. I was excited to look forward to this. I like the idea of it, But if the basic comfort's not there, that's the biggest thing with a controller. So, but we'll see. Maybe I'm trying to make excuses up for it now. Maybe it'll be good when it comes to actually playing stuff, and maybe it's comfortable with these D-pads, and maybe you get used to it. But as I say, unboxing first impressions, it's a bit of a Halloween disaster. I don't think it looks good, but we'll find out. We're going to test it with some other games. We're going to test it with Rocket League, CS, it's RTS, it's a bunch of different games. Because the fact is, Xbox controller is really good with console games that were designed for it. And in my opinion, basically, the way controllers work, if a developer has designed a game for the controller, it will work well with that controller because that's what the game is designed for. And essentially, the Xbox controller is basically the default controller for everything these days. And as a result, developers designed for it. But when it comes to PC games, you know, like RTSs or first-person shooters on PC, it just doesn't cut it, not even like marginally. So it'll be interesting, really interesting to see if this does a better job or good enough job with RTSs, first-person shooters, or something like Dota, so that you could play those games that are garbage on a controller comfortably on your sofa. And I think that's the point of the controller. But we'll find out if it does that well, if it makes up for its initial bad first impressions. But thanks for watching this video. What a disaster video! The Steam controller. So far, first impressions out of 10, 4. 4 out of 10. Sorry, Valve. Oh dear, they're never going to invite me over there. But yeah, we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, like the channel, and all that business. Goodbye.